Hey there, curious minds! Welcome to Financial Flipside. Have you ever wondered about the mysterious dance of the global economy and the signs that hint at its future twists and turns? Well, today, I'm here to unravel a gripping tale that's caught the eye of none other than the acclaimed investor, Michael Burry. You might remember him from his eerily accurate forecast about the 2008 housing market crash. But buckle up, because this time, he's sounding the alarm about a potential storm brewing on the horizon. One that could make the 2008 financial crisis look like a mere dress rehearsal. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty,
Okay, now I'm ready.
let me paint you a picture. Imagine the mainstream media as a curtain, often obscuring the truth until it's too late. That's right. We've been known to arrive fashionably late to the party, missing the early cues that could save us from economic hiccups. But fret not. For today, we're about to crack the code and delve into Burry's intriguing predictions. First things first, who is Michael Burry, you ask? Well, he's not your run-of-the-mill investor. He's the wizard who waved his wand and predicted the housing market disaster way back in 2008. His crystal ball earned him quite the reputation. And now, with a track record like that, we'd be wise to lend an ear to his latest whispers of warning. Burry isn't just any ordinary pundit. He's a savvy soothsayer when it comes to market shifts. He's the mastermind behind investments that raised eyebrows. Think GameStop, Tesla, and his bet against Cathie Wood's ARK Innovation Fund. But here's the kicker. He's been waving the caution flag for quite some time, ringing alarms about a colossal speculative bubble. This bubble isn't your average bubble. It's the mother of all bubbles, spanning meme stocks to cryptocurrencies. And guess what? He's hinting that this bubble could very well burst, plunging us into a market abyss. So, here's the juicy bit. Picture this. It's the end of 2023, and Burry is flashing warning signs like neon lights. He's not just hinting at a replay of 2008. He's suggesting that this time around, the orchestra could play an even more sinister tune. But why, you might ask? Well, let's step into the world of economics and unveil the puzzle pieces that Burry has set before us. Think of the economy as a big picture that keeps changing, like a story that's always getting new chapters. Ever heard of inflation? It's like a sneaky trickster that messes with prices. In June, it was all quiet, with prices going down a bit. But get ready, because it's getting ready for a big comeback soon. It's like a game. 1 minute, things cost less, and the next, they're shooting up like a rocket. Picture this. Inflation is like a seesaw that keeps surprising us. Just when we think we know what's going on, it takes a twist. Imagine a seesaw. On one side, prices take a nap. And on the other, they jump up high. It's like a game where things are always moving. So, as we watch all this, we see that the economy is like a big painting, and each change adds to the story it's telling. Last year, inflation gatecrashed the party, and authorities had to tighten their belts to manage the chaos. Monetary policies went from loose to strict, and stocks, oh, they took a tumble. Now, Burry, ever the oracle, sent a tweet echoing through the digital corridors, predicting a double whammy for the US economy: a recession and a fresh wave of inflation. Imagine a roller coaster. The economy climbs up, only to plunge down in a stomach-churning descent. Burry believes inflation, after reaching its peak, will nosedive before catapulting into the heavens once again. And here's the kicker. The Federal Reserve, or Fed, might just tap the brakes, raising interest rates. Now, this isn't just your everyday decision. It's a seismic move that could shake the financial markets and send banking stocks into a frenzy. Remember the term Big Short? That's Burry's nickname, and it's well-deserved. He's seen through financial crises before, and now he's pointing a finger at the state of banking. It's like a grand warning sign on the economic highway. Silicon Valley Bank's executives are under scrutiny for their risky business maneuvers. Burry's drawing parallels to past financial fiascos, like the 2000 dot-com bubble and the 2008 housing meltdown. He's serving up a dose of reality, reminding us that unchecked ambition and profit chasing can be a recipe for disaster. Imagine a roller coaster. It climbs higher, only to plummet into a free fall. But let's not forget the lessons of history, like the tale of Enron, an energy trading giant that crumbled due to accounting scandals. Burry's waving a banner for transparency and accountability, urging the financial industry to play a fair game. He's not just a harbinger of doom, he's a torchbearer for a safer financial future. Now, let's take a breather and reflect on Burry's thoughts. This man, with his knack for foresight, commands attention. Yet, let's be real. Predicting the future of the economy is like predicting the weather in a distant galaxy. Challenging to say the least. But here's the catch. Burry's predictions are just one piece of the puzzle. The financial world is a labyrinth, and there's more to it than meets the eye. So, here's my take on all this jazz. Burry's crystal ball might be mesmerizing, but it's not infallible. The economy is like a jigsaw puzzle with countless pieces, and Burry's predictions are just a few of them. We need to add expert opinions, economic indicators, and maybe a sprinkle of magic to get a full picture. Remember, folks, there's no one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to the economy. It's a complex dance, and each move affects the next. So, while Burry's whispers are intriguing, let's keep our thinking hats on and engage in a hearty exchange of ideas. Share your thoughts. Do you side with Burry, or do you have a different tune in mind? The comment section is where the magic happens, so let's dive in and create some sparks together. In conclusion, dear viewers, the global economy is a stage, and the players are gathering for a performance. Burry's predictions are like the script, but remember, the plot can always twist and turn. The world of finance is a labyrinth, but we're the explorers, armed with curiosity and conversation. So, let's unravel the mysteries, one word at a time. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Show your support by liking and sharing this video. To stay informed on key financial topics, subscribe to Financial Flipside and switch on notifications so you'll know when new videos go up.